Yes.
My Lordship, I beg to mention item 33. Hearing this, Lordship, my senior had some difficulties today, Lordship. Lordship, if the matter can come up after 2 weeks, Lordship. I'm for the petitioner.
Mr. Fuseko, the learned counsel for the petitioner seeks adjournment of the case for 2 weeks. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly. Okay.
Much obliged.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yeah.
I'd like to mention from the supplementary list hearing item 28, Your Lordship, on behalf of K. Angami, Your Lordship. He's taken the consent of the petitioner's other side, Your Lordship. So this matter may be fixed on 29th, Your Lordship, of this month, Monday. Your
No fixing. You fix, you take a date, you fix, you take a date. So no fixing.
Okay,
That is just listed after a week.
okay, obliged, Your Lordship.
Who is for the, on whose behalf you are mentioning?
K. Angami, Your Lordship.
The learned government advocate. 6 for a week's time. Stop. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Much obliged.
May I please, Your Lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, I beg to mention for listing of my RFA in tomorrow's supply DB list, Lordship. Actually, there is some urgency. However, inadvertently, it is shown to be listed on Thursday,
Thursday.
Lordship.
Okay.
Lordship, please. I have also informed the other
Is
side.
it a
Lordship.
DB matter?
Lordship.
Okay, that is. Okay.
Hello.
Bless your Lordship.
Yes, ma.
Lordship, I'd like to mention item 17 and 18.
Let us see what was the last order passed at least. We'll allow you, but let me see what was the last order passed at least. Okay, we'll allow. Yes, ma'am.
Your Lordship, the present application is for rectification in petition number 41 of 2023. Your Lordship,
Mr. CT, you are here
Yes,
in this case.
private respondents.
Private. So what is this about? Do you have any objection to this application?
For
What is the
rectification, I have no objection, Lordship.
Okay, what is application for rectification, correction in respect of the details of the private respondent number 7 in which? Let us see 41. 41. Third MS. So. Learned counsel for the applicant. Also heard MS AIME. The learned government advocate for the state respondents. And Mr. CT Jamil, the learned senior advocate for the respondent number 7. This application has been filed for making necessary corrections to the particulars of the respondent number 7 in the connected read petition. Stop. It is submitted that the particulars as projected, the particulars of the respondent number 7 as projected in the writ petition is incorrect and the correct particulars should be read as Shri Kanpatha Pion within bracket MTS, Office of the Executive Engineer, Water Resource Department, Peran, Nagaland. Correct?
yes, Your Lordship.
Stop. The learned counsel for the respondents have no objection to the application seeking for necessary correction of the particulars of the respondent number 7. The learned counsel for the applicant is accordingly allowed to make the necessary correction of the respondent number 7 in the connected writ petition. The application stands disposed. In the WPC, in view of the order passed in IS civil number 53/2023, the petitioner is allowed to make the necessary corrections with respect to the particulars of respondent number 7 in the presence of the registry. listed after? Any date fixed in this case? 3 weeks.
Your Lordship, on last occasion, this honorable court has directed the respondents to file the affidavit in opposition within 2 weeks. Your Lordship. Your Lordship, this honorable court order dated 9/5/2023
Yes,
at page number 4.
okay, listed after 3 weeks. Okay,
Your Lordship, I humbly pray the guest there in the chair.
Pardon?
Enter may be allowed. Your
yes,
Lordship.
we will consider on the next date. Okay.
Similar matter, Lordship.
Similar,
Similar prayer.
similar rectification.
No, Your Lordship. 3 weeks may be granted to file affidavit. I'm yet to receive the Berawai's comments.
Oh, in this, okay, the AIME,
Your Lordship,
the learned government advocate seeks for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed accordingly. Yes,
Your Lordship, on last occasion, this honorable court has directed the respondents to file within 2 weeks.
it's all right, it's all right.
Your Lordship,
You have just filed this petition. So let us not rush things.
Your Lordship,
Yes,
May I please, Your Lordship?
yes, Mr. Chief.
My lord, I have received instruction, oral instruction.
Oral.
Yes, I mean, from that, private respondent number 5 was appointed basing on the documents, land ownership documents produced by the respondent. And in the instant petition also, the
Who is the appointed respondent?
respondent number 5.
order number 5.
Mr. City, you are representing an appointed respondent?
Yes, sir. And in the present rate petition also, petitioner is seeking under land ownership basis. So
No, Your Lordship,
Ah.
I'm not, I'm challenging the appointment of the respondent number 5.
And you want to be appointed in that,
No, I want to advertise the post and I may be given a chance to participate in the selection process.
what right do you have to make that submission?
Your Lordship, on earlier occasion, we have filed a writ petition, which was being numbered as WBC number 117 in the year 2015.
No, if suppose, do you agree that the appointment of the respondent number 5 is
well, the hearing was, the matter was hearing that the court seek oral instruction whether the respondent was appointed basing on the land ownership or whether there was any pick and choice policy or not. That was the inquiry sought by the court. So accordingly,
by which order?
just in the order, it is not reflected, but oral instruction was sought by the court.
So then you file additional affidavit. Yes, Mr. City.
Lordship, yes, as submitted by my learned friend, in the course of interaction, during the course of hearing, this honorable court has made an expression that, yes, on what basis the respondent number 5 has been appointed. So he was directed to get instructions to that effect. And then apparently he may have received that.
You, let us do it properly. You file affidavit. You file affidavit, since you have received instructions. You file a short affidavit on what basis the respondent number 5 was appointed. Okay? Will allow the state respondents to file affidavit. I had MS so-and-so, learned counsel for the petitioner, Mr. Tibapom, the learned government advocate for the state respondents, and Mr. C.T. Jamil, the learned senior counsel for the respondent number 5. Stop. The learned government advocate shall file an affidavit stating as to how the respondent number 5 was appointed to the post of
Medical.
medical attendant under which establishment?
Yong Imson under CMO Mokokchung. PHC Yongim
Young Yimshin Sub-Center.
PHC.
How the respondent number 5 was appointed as medical attendant at Yong Yamson Medical Center under the establishment of
CMO Mokokchung.
CMO Mokokchung. Listed after a week.
3 weeks more less.
Oh. Listed after
Within
2
3
weeks.
Within 3 weeks, I'm filed.
2 weeks, you check, listed after 2 weeks. It's a short affidavit.
Oh, much obliged.
Yes. Miss Kiki,
Your Lordship.
this is relisted because on going through the affidavit of the Union of India, I found that there is a civil case which is pending on the same issue.
Lordship, I'm extremely sorry to mention that was a misinformation that we have incorporated that. There was in that area, particular area, but the petitioner and the plaintiff who have instituted the civil suit is different.
You then you correct you project the correct picture.
If I may, please, your lordship, in as far as the petitioners in this present case is concerned, and then the counter affidavit that the evidence has been filed by the Union of India, we have never filed any civil suit
But
whatsoever,
actually,
your lordship.
the affidavit of the respondent says that there is a civil suit which is pending on the same land. So with that kind of affidavit, it will be difficult for this court to pass any order. Let us see this. Yeah, you see your affidavit
Yes, Lord.
at page 2. Correct.
Yes, Lordship.
Preliminary objection that the instant writ petition is not maintainable as the petitioner has suppressed the pending civil suit 11/2019 before the Court of Civil Judge, Senior Division, Dimapur, Nagaland.
Lordship.
Your lordship, in connected to that, if we look at the annexure 5 that has been filed in this current counter affidavit at page number 26, if you look at the list of the parties, it says in the name of one Mr. Vikito K. Awame, your lordship, this is nowhere closely related to the petitioner. So it will be the stand of the respondents to clarify what actually is a civil suit. And as far as the petitioner in this current case is concerned, your lordship, we have never filed any civil suit whatsoever,
Okay, that is your case.
lordship.
But I think we will have to allow the union to actually rectify all this mistake
Lordship, this is inadvertently.
by filing an amended written statement.
Lordship.
Mr. W.R. Muli, the learned CGSC, submits that statements in regard to the pendency of civil suit 11/2019 before the Court of Civil Judge, Senior Division, Dimapur, Nagaland, on the same subject matter of the present case has been inadvertently made. He therefore submits that he may be allowed to file amended affidavit in opposition rectifying the mistakes. Prayer is allowed. The learned counsel for the respondent number 4 is allowed to file amended affidavit in opposition, rejecting the correct case of the Union of India. Listed after,
3 weeks, Lordship.
listed
Your Lordship,
after.
if you can be just 1 week, because just the amended should not take
Give them time, let's give them.
Lordship.
Okay.
I'm grateful, Lordship.
Please, Your Lordship,
Yes.
my senior age mommy is in bereavement, so I pray this matter may come up on 29th Monday.
MS Senso submits that the Mr. H. Momi, the learned counsel for the petitioner, is in bereavement and therefore seeks adjournment of the case after a week. Listed after a week.
Lordship,
Much obliged.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes,
My lord, here the petitioner is seeking for grade 4 post appointment on the basis of land ownership. An agreement was made between respondent 3 and the father-in-law of the petitioner for constructing administrative rest house.
any private respondents?
No, lordship. Just the state respondent.
Has anybody been appointed to the post?
My lord, we have filed an RTI and till now, the petitioner has not been appointed as there is no,
No,
no
leave aside your
vacancy.
case. Has anybody been appointed to the post in which you are seeking appointment? Has any other person been appointed?
No, lordship.
Are you sure?
No, lordship.
What is the post? What is the post?
Grade 4 appointment.
No, grade 4 appointment, but what is that post?
Sweeper.
Sweeper, where?
Any grade 4 appointment.
Oh, any grade 4 appointment,
Lordship.
not a particular post.
Yes, lordship, in Seo Chang. In ADC office, Seo Chang, Kifuri. Lordship, we have filed an RTI. And till date, no vacancy is there, but lordship, next year, 2 vacancy will.
Oh, next
Be
year is a
open.
long time.
Lordship, the petitioner here has waited for so long and the petitioner is ready to wait again. If your lordship may kindly consider the agreement made between the petitioner and the state respondent.
On what basis you are claiming this grade 4 post?
Land
On what
ownership-
basis?
Land ownership.
Oh, land ownership.
Yes, lordship,
I thought it was compassionate appointment.
lordship, in page 14 annexure A, an agreement is made between the ADC and the petitioner father-in-law, where the land is.
But if ma'am, if there is no vacancy, it will be futile for this court to issue any direction. If there is no vacancy, how
Lordship,
can we direct the state to appoint you
lordship,
in a
yeah,
post where there is no vacancy?
Lordship, if the lordship may direct that, if any vacancy come out, first preference will be given to. the
No,
petitioner.
that kind of direction, I think it may not be proper, it may not be proper. Yes, Ms. Aini.
Your lordship, here there was an agreement made between the ADC and the landowner dated 1/3/2011.
Correct.
But your lordship, as per the OM dated 5/3/2018, this agreement is null and void.
Why?
Your lordship, at that point of time, no compensation was made. The land was acquired free of cost. So now, your lordship, the commissioner's office has directed the deputy commissioner to initiate the process for land compensation. But the petitioners are not willing to take the money. They just want the post only.
You take money?
No,
They're willing to
lordship,
pay you.
my lord, the land is given on the agreement that.
See, ma'am. There are actually very rare cases where the government says we will pay compensation.
Lordship shared,
Government always takes the land free of cost. No employment, no compensation. But in your case, the government is at least willing to give you some compensation. Receive it.
Here, Lordship, my clients are not willing to take compensation. They say that if the state respondent failed to honor the agreement, the petitioner father-in-law is left with no other option but to reclaim the donated land.
What is there on the land? Has the building been constructed?
Yes, Lordship.
Can you recompense the government?
Lordship, here, an agreement is made, and if the state respondent is unable to keep their part of the agreement.
And if
it will be unjust on the
agreement,
petitioner.
if the agreement is in violation of the policy laid down by the state in the year 2005, what happens? All those things you consider. And over and on top, I think there is no vacancy to accommodate you. And as you have submitted yourself, that it will take at least until next year.
My lord, the petitioners are ready to wait for.
Then we'll keep the writ petition pending. Because we cannot give any direction to appoint you in a post.
In that case, Lordship, let this matter be adjourned for the day and let me get further instruction from the client.
You tell your client to take the compensation because the government is willing to give you compensation.
Lordship,
And just keep in mind that this agreement is also in violation of 2011. And the agreement is entered by an authority not competent to do so. ADC is not the competent authority
yes, Lordship.
to make any agreement with the landowners. It is the government.
Yes, Lordship, I'll get further
Just
instruction.
get instructions. We'll list it next week.
Yes, Lordship.
Okay. MS so-and-so, the learned counsel for the petitioner submits that she may be allowed a week's time to get necessary instructions from her client. Prayer is allowed, listed after a week.
My pleasure, Lordship.
Yes,
Admission on behalf of Zimubi. Lordship, the candidate list is better after 2 weeks to file counter affidavit.
state does not file affidavit.
Lordship,
You are mentioning on behalf of,
Zimubi.
okay, ma'am.
Yes.
The learned government advocate seeks for 2 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
I pledge.
What is it, empty pension?
No, my lord, it is illegal discharge.
Illegal discharge?
Yes. My lord, it may take some time, so let it come up after the other items.
It's all right. What is your case?
My
Give me the
case
gist.
is that the petitioner is a Assam Rifle personnel. Then what happened is that the allegation against the petitioner is that he absented without leave.
Without
And
unauthorized leave.
yes, so what happened is that he was punished all along for as many as 4 times.
He's a bad person.
Then the rule, what is that punishment is under rule Assam Rifle Act 61, which is about them.
No, you give me the gist. It's all right. You leave the rules.
My lord,
We'll go to that afterwards. You give me the gist.
my lord, the show cause is Annexure 2. Serial 1 is Section 26B. Without sufficient cause overstaying leave granted to him. Then 2 is Section 26A, that is absent.
Is it termination or discharge?
It's a discharge,
Discharge.
my lord. Then Section 17 says, what are the grounds, under what grounds a person can be discharged? If
Section
stated in-
17 of the Assam Rifle Act.
Yes. You've stated that I am an incorrigible offender.
Oh, my God.
That is what we are saying. But there is no incorrigible offender under the rule.
Okay, but you can never be corrected. You are a person who can never be corrected
My lord,
from your wrongdoings.
my lord. What are they seeking? The issue is, this was not a court proceeding. It is called summary trial, which is without any.
See, Mr.
Proceed.
MP, you are in a discipline force.
My lord, I
If you are
understand.
incorrigible, the authority has the right to discharge or terminate you.
My lord, I understand that. But each and every punishment under section 62 is a minor. That is without any trial. It's a summary trial. The worst thing is intoxication. One is absence without leave, without sufficient cause, overstaying leave. These are under minor punishment. Then when somebody is punished under section 62,
You were discharged under which section? Under any provisions?
my lord, 11, section 11 of Assam Rifle Act. 11(2) of Assam Rifle Act. Eleven is dismissal, removal, or reduction by DGP, DG, in by other officers. The DG, ADG, or any Inspector General may dismiss or remove from service or reduce to a lower grade or rank or the ranks any person subject to this act other
Okay.
than an officer.
Let us first see your order of dismissal.
My lord,
Let us first see your order of dismissal.
page annexure 4, page 18. May I read out, my lord? 4th October 2015. Whereas it is considered that the conduct of numbers and such 23 Assam Rifles, which has led him to getting 4 rank entries, is such as to render his further retention in the public service undesirable, being an incorrigible offender, and having failed to show improvement during his service. Whereas numbers and such was afforded an opportunity to show cause against the proposed action by a quarter letter dated 5th September 2015. And whereas such and such has submitted his replies by later numbers and such, same was considered in terms of ROI 1 of 2004 and was found unsatisfactory by the competent authority. Total qualifying service of the individual up to 8 October 15 is 7 years, 10 months, 11 days after deducting non-qualifying service. Now, therefore, being the competent authority under 11(2) of Assam Rifle Act 2006 in exercise of the powers conferred on me under Assam Rifle Rules 17 in 25 of Assam Rifles Rules 2010, read with section 11(2) Assam Rifle Act, in para 5 of ROI 1 of 2004, the undersigned hereby discharge
What is ROI?
record office instructions, my lord. The undersigned hereby discharge the said such and such from the Assam Rifles being incorrigible offender. That is what is the ground. Incorrigible offender.
When you are incorrigible, you are not fit to stay in the Assam Rifle.
My lord,
And what is the consequence of 4 readings? What is the consequence of that? 4 readings. What is the consequence of that?
my lord,
You are actually like, you got 4 readings.
my lord,
4 readings you got.
my lord,
What is the consequence of that?
my lord, what I'm submitting. before
You first answer me also.
Yes,
I will come to you. But what is the consequence of 4 readings?
my lord, it doesn't say that it has, somebody have to be discharged. No. There should be a court of inquiry when there is a disciplinary proceeding. That is 165, rule 185 of the Assam Rifle rules.
What are the rules?
Copy.
You don't have these rules, you know.
Chapter
Huh?
15.
Assam Rifle rules.
Chapter 15, page 235, my lord. It's one
Is
full
it-
chapter
Assam Rifle rules, 2004.
is about courts of inquiry. Then 185, I may be allowed to refer. 185. May I read out, my lord? 185. A court of inquiry may be held to investigate into any disciplinary matter, my lord. Then that inquiry, rule 187, my lord. That inquiry should be furnished to the delinquent. Copies of court of inquiry proceeding. A person subject to the case whom the court of inquiry has given an opinion or who is being tried by a force court on a charge relating to matter investigated by the court of inquiry shall be entitled to copies of the proceedings of the court of inquiry except the finding us.
Mr. Yangarwati, what is the consequence of 4 readings?
Lordship, he was given a show cause notice. And the show cause notice, in the show cause notice, Lordship, he has not explained anything. He has,
I am asking you, what is the consequence of 4 readings?
that is discharged. Lordship.
And when rating is given? Do you have any office guidelines or anything
No,
to explain these ratings?
this is a disciplinary force, Lordship. Defense force. And if my Lordship. He was absented for,
Mr. Yangarwati,
yes,
I am actually asking, what is the consequence of 4 red inks? And how do you actually give red inks? Where is the guideline? There must be
that is the
something.
procedure of the defense.
Where's the
force,
procedure?
Lordship. Yes.
Where is the procedure to award ratings?
And
At
Lordship,
least-
I may be allowed to produce the.
Hey, This is your case. You are giving ratings.
Yes, Lordship.
I know rating is not good.
Yes,
It is not good for the service.
yes, Lordship.
One rating, okay, two rating, okay, but four ratings.
Yes, Lordship.
And when that personnel is incorrigible,
Lordship.
maybe your action is right. But you also have to actually satisfy this court. How ratings are given, see? Because without you actually like guiding this court, how ratings are given?
My Lord.
This court will not be in a position to assess why the rating was given.
There will be instruction under the ROI.
Exactly.
So let me produce that.
Exactly,
again.
under the ROI, I have actually come across somewhere in Gauhati, but
Yes.
we
They
did
give
not-
black ink entry also and red entry. So it will be the ROI, Lordship. But I do not have a copy of that right now. So I may be given some time to produce the ROI.
yes,
My lord,
let us. give him
yes,
time.
my lord, at the same time, my lord. All these four entries, I have explained in my para 6.
No, you have explained, but actually the right person to explain why ratings are awarded is the CGC,
My lord, I understand that.
the right
But
person.
what I'm trying to say is that, my lord, let them produce all these proceedings before your lordship. Because it was never furnished to me. For all proceeding, even if it is a summary proceeding, I've given my statement, how a certain thing, incident took place. Indeed, conducted a summary proceeding against me. So I've stated my ground. Under what situation certain thing had taken place.
So Lordship, all the documents are in my affidavit, but I do not have that ROI instruction. So otherwise,
What
Yeah.
proceedings was initiated? It is in your
it
affidavit.
is in my affidavit, yes. But I do not have that ROI, so I may be given a week time to produce the ROI.
Mr. Yangarwati, the learned CGC shall come with proper instructions and shall also produce the copy of the,
ROI.
what is ROI? ROI.
Record office
Record.
instructions. Do you have that one?
Record office instructions within bracket ROI within a period of 10 days from today.
Well,
Listen, up to 2 weeks.
Much obliged.
You take back. This is also. Is it here? This. This, you have not called this item 3. Then. So what order had we passed? This 3. Oh, is it? Madam, item 3.
Yes, Your Lordship.
This is all, I think, there is some miscommunication.
Yes, Your Lordship.
This is a new motion matter.
Yes, Your Lordship. Your Lordship, here the petitioner is praying for regularization of his service.
Madam, I think we have passed some order in item 3. What is the order passed? Item 3. Please cancel that order. Correct? That is for item 2. That is for item 2. Item 3, what was the order? No order. Oh. Okay, ma'am, what is it?
Your Lordship, here the petitioner is praying for regularization of his service. Your Lordship, initially the petitioner was appointed as work charge labor on,
Okay.
yes, Your Lordship, on fixed pay of rupees 275.
Huh.
Under the executive engineer, PhED, Mon Division, Nagaland, Your Lordship, and subsequently by office order dated 15/1/2022, 2020, the petitioner service was upgraded to work charge Khalasi in the scale of pay of rupees 3,000 to 15,200 PM with grade pay of rupees 13,000, 1,300. Your Lordship, after serving the department for more than 33 years, Your Lordship, the petitioner submitted a representation for regularization of his service. Your Lordship, as per office memorandum dated 17/3/2015. Your Lordship, however, it was not considered. Your Lordship, here.
Let us see your appointment orders.
Your Lordship, it's in Annexure 1, page number 9.
Annexure 1,
Page number 9. Your Lordship, the type copy is in page number 2, page number 10.
this is your first appointment order.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Then the second one,
It's in Annexure 3, page number 12.
page 2.
His representation is in page
Then the
number 4,
representation,
page number 4, page number 13, Annexure 4.
okay, ma'am, item 3, okay. MS so and so. The learned counsel for the petitioner. Stop. This petition has been filed. Seeking for regularization in service. Stop. Stop. The petitioner was appointed as WC, W/C labor on a fixed pay of rupees 375. Wide order dated 25/7/1989. In the office of the executive engineer, PhD, Mon. Stop. Subsequently, by the office order dated 15/1/2020. The petitioner service was upgraded to W/C Khalasi in the scale of pay of rupees 3,000 15,200 PM with grade pay of rupees 1,300. Stop. The appointment in the upgraded post. Was with the prior approval of the government. So it is the case of the petitioner that he has served the department for more than 33 years. And therefore, the petitioner submitted the representation dated 25/4/2023 to the Chief Engineer, Public Health Engineering Department for regularization of his service in terms of the office memorandum dated 17/3/2015. Stop. However, till date, the representation has not been considered by the government. Being aggrieved, stop. Being aggrieved, the petitioner is before this court. MSAIME. All the state respondents appears on behalf of the state respondents. Stop. The learned counsel for the petitioner shall serve requisite copies of the writ petition to the learned state counsel within
3 days, Your Lordship.
within a period of 3 days from today. Listed after 4 weeks. Okay.
My pleasure, Lordship. I mention on behalf of additional HGB Sucre. Lordship, may kindly list this matter after 2 weeks for admission hearing.
I think Ms. Sokre is out of station.
Yes, Lord.
Yes, ma'am, you are for
I'm for respondent 5 in the OPC 142.
all affidavit complete.
Yes, Lord.
The learned counsel for the parties submits that pleadings are completed and therefore the matter can be taken up for admission hearing. Listed after 2 weeks.
On your place.
Plus,
Yes, ma'am. What is this? What is the case about?
Your Lordship, I'm praying for pensioner benefits.
May I please,
Yes, ma'am.
Lordship. Lordship, by order dated 28/3/2023.
28, yes, wait, 28/3,
2023.
28. Yes,
The accountant general is asked to produce records regarding the pension paid to the petitioner himself or to his nominee. However, Lordship, there is no record and Lordship, I have
Please put them.
Lordship, I have received instruction and if I may produce this.
Why this, why the records was called for?
Your Lordship, the petitioner in this present case, she is the second wife of the one Shrike TK Gopalan, Your Lordship,
Okay.
and she is praying for pension benefits. She has been
You are
receiving.
you are for the petitioner.
Yes, Your
Who
Lordship.
is the second wife?
Yes, Your
Who is the
Lordship.
second wife?
Yes, Your Lordship.
And who is for the first wife?
Your Lordship, first wife has expired, Your Lordship.
Expired.
Yes, Your
Okay.
Lordship. So, Your Lordship, after her husband expired, she has been receiving pension for a few months. However, she lost the original copy of her PPO book, Your Lordship. And then she has been unable to find the same till date. So, Your Lordship, the petitioner is before this honorable court.
No, why was the records called for from the AG?
Lordship, if I may, Your Lordship, the records was called for to ascertain whether the first wife or the second wife was the nominee in the PPO book, Your Lordship.
And who is the nominee? Who,
Lordship,
are you the nominee?
No, Your Lordship, I was not.
You are not
nominated,
the
but-
nominee, but you have
Yes,
been
Your Lordship.
receiving pension for some months.
Yes, Your Lordship.
You lost your PPO.
Yes, Your Lordship. After the Accountant General, respondent number 5, they have filed their affidavit. It was enclosed in their affidavit that, Your Lordship, in the service book of the petitioner's husband, his first wife was nominated and not the present petitioner, Your Lordship.
But you have received the pension for some few months.
Yes, Your Lordship. So this honorable court was of the view that was,
And why have you come before this court? Why have you come before this court? Why?
Your Lordship, I have lost my pension book and has been unable to find the same due date, and Your
What
Lordship.
is your prayer? Let us see.
Page number 25, Your Lordship.
Yes, to why? Family pension, I mean. No, but there is no mention of your losing the PPO in your prayer.
Your Lordship, but I have stated it in my petition, Your Lordship.
So what this court is to do when you have lost your PPO,
Yes, Your Lordship.
what is the duty of this court?
Lordship, I have written several times to the Accountant General as well as to the PHQ, Your Lordship, to obtain a copy of my PPO book, Your Lordship, if it is available with them, Your Lordship.
PPO book is in whose name?
Lordship, the only PPO available with us is we have annexed in our affidavit, and here the nominee is the first wife of the petitioner, not the second one.
So if actually suppose, even if the PPO is actually directed to be given to you, it will be in the name of the first nominee, the first wife.
Your Lordship, yes, Your Lordship.
So how do you get over this problem? How do you come in when the name of the first wife, when the first wife is the nominee? How do you come in and what is the process?
Your Lordship, under the Rule 51 of CCS pension rules, Your Lordship, it provides for nominations, Your Lordship. For nomination, Your Lordship, if nomination has not been made, Your Lordship.
But here there's a nomination.
Yes, Your
Here
Lordship.
there's a nomination.
Yes, Your
The
Lordship.
first wife is the nomination.
Yes, Your
And as
Lordship.
per the rules which is referred by you, if there is no nomination, who is the authority to make the nomination? This court is not the authority to make that nomination. So there must be a procedure how to make that nomination.
Yes, Your Lordship.
And suppose your name is not there, you are the second wife,
Yes, Your Lordship.
and the name of the first wife has been given in a pension book. And without that correction, the first wife has expired. And even for that matter, the husband has expired. Then what is the correct procedure for you to actually put your name in place of the first wife?
Yes, Your Lordship.
This court, I think,
With
has
regard to
no.
there's an office memorandum, Your Lordship.
And I believe I have placed this before.
Whether this court will have the power to give such a direction to actually put your name in place of the first wife. Whether this court will have that, and in any case, your case is not for that. You have not sought any relief for that. Your only relief is as to why family pension and pensionary benefits arising of the service of her husband, late so and so, should not be paid to the petitioner. But there is a hurdle.
Yes, Your Lordship. My humble submission is that a direction may be given to the state respondents to allow the petitioner to enter her name in the nominee, Your Lordship.
See, whether that is, because actually, I think that is not for this court. There must be some procedure.
Yes,
There
Your
must be
Lordship,
some
there is
procedure.
Yes, Your Lordship. Yes, Your Lordship.
So like overriding those procedures, maybe this court cannot give a direction. Such a direction, I doubt. If there is a procedure, you have to follow that procedure only if the authorities fail to actually comply with the procedure.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Then your grievances arises before this court. You just check out and come and see your prayer. Your prayer is to give you pensionary benefits.
Yes, Your Lordship.
But unless you overcome that first hurdle, I think it will be your, this prayer will also not be very proper. You just properly go through what is the right recourse. When your name is not there, the name of the first wife is in the pension book. The husband has expired and you want to replace your name in place of the first wife. What is the procedure?
Yes, Your Lordship, there is a procedure. There's an office memorandum, Your Lordship, which says that in such cases, Your Lordship, a direction may be given to the deputy commissioner to the necessary inquiries, Your Lordship.
I think that should not be the procedure, because the procedure will not actually lay down that the direction should be given by the High Court.
No, I don't mean that, Your Lordship. My humble
Yes.
submission.
So you follow that procedure and come.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Yes, okay. You follow that procedure and come only if actually like the authorities refuse to comply with the procedure and to nominate you, then your cause of action arises. Not at this juncture. Anyhow, you take proper instructions and come. Okay,
Yes, Your Lordship.
we'll list it after a week. You take proper instructions and come.
Yes, Your Lordship.
Okay, but just go through all those things. Okay,
Yes, Your Lordship.
I
Actually,
think what I feel is that your petition is quite premature.
Your Lordship, she has written several representations to the state respondents, Your Lordship. However, they have
That
been,
is okay. State
indifferent towards
representation you have given, but there is a procedure.
yes, Your Lordship.
Whether you have actually gone by that procedure afterwards, the state will say that, no, you have not come by the procedure.
And Your Lordship, in fact, the petitioner has submitted all her relevant documents to the office of the Accountant General, Your Lordship. However, it was lost by them, Your Lordship.
Yes, you have lost your pension book. Have you lost? Madam,
Lordship,
have you lost her pension books?
no, Lordship, the only pension book with us is, we have annexed in our affidavit and
She submits that, actually the counsel for the petitioner submits that,
this is the PPO book of the petitioner, Lordship. Of the petitioner, late husband.
let us see that. Let us see that. Let us see that. Let us see the papers which you have brought. Let us just see that. So this is addressed to your standing counsel.
Yes, Lordship, he's attending to another case in court 3.
Okay, it's all right. Madam, you come with proper instructions. Okay,
Yes, Your Lordship.
you come with proper instructions. there are actually some issues which this court may not, this court, it may not be proper for this court to go into all this. You are actually seeking for pension benefits of your husband, correct? You are seeking for the pension benefits of your husband, late husband,
Yes, your lordship.
but the pension book is not in your name.
Yes, your lordship.
How do we overcome that? So you get necessary instructions and come. Okay, we'll give you a week's time.
Your lordship, there's an office memorandum, your lordship, I have already placed before your
What
lordship.
does that office memorandum
Your
says?
lordship, I may read it, your lordship. May I read it, your lordship?
Yes,
This office memorandum. Therefore, it is hereby reiterated that inclusion, change of nominee, which shall also include post-retirement spouse and children for the purpose of family pension after the death of the pensioner in respect of settled case shall not be allowed without proper inquiry by the Deputy Commissioner of the district, your lordship. As
So-
alteration,
so you submit an application to the deputy commissioner to make an inquiry as per this and to take necessary action. There's an office memorandum
yes, your lordship.
which clearly lays down that actually like for payment of this pensionary and retirement benefits,
Yes, your lordship.
like unless there is a proper inquiry, those things will not be allowed.
Yes, your lordship.
Whether the deputy commissioner has conducted an inquiry in your
No,
case
it has not.
and
been
whether
done.
you have approached the deputy commissioner,
No, your lordship, I have not.
at least write a representation and then.
Yes, your lordship. This office memorandum has come to our knowledge only after the writ petition was filed, your lordship. And your lordship, as per section,
You give me that office memorandum. Do you have a copy of this OM 4/8/2012?
No, your lordship, I only have this 13 July 2015, this office memorandum.
Yes. You produce this copy tomorrow. 4/8/2012 OM. You give a copy to her, to the government advocate. You go through. Second paragraph. Now, see, madam, as per this office memorandum, what I understand is that,
Yes, your lordship.
like, if you are the second wife
Yes,
and inquiry will be committed by the deputy commissioner,
yes, your lordship.
correct?
Yes,
To see whether you are entitled to the pension or not.
yes, your lordship.
And only if it is found that you are entitled to pension, then the pension papers has to be processed,
Yes, your lordship.
correct?
Yes, your lordship.
Pension papers has to be processed.
Yes, your lordship.
That is where the question of whether you have lost the pension book or not comes into question.
Yes, your lordship.
When can you produce this OM? I think, no, not 2 weeks of this. I think it will be in that compilation, in that compilation of a memorandum. There are two compilations, no?
Your lordship, on last occasion, I tried to look for this.
We'll give you 3 days time. We'll list it next
Next-
Monday.
On Tuesday, your lordship.
Okay, when we'll pass orders. Once we get the correct information from that.
Yes,
You produce it, okay? On Tuesday. What is Tuesday? MS Inaholi. The learned government advocate. Shall produce the copy of the office memorandum number PAR slash all capital PEN dash 13 slash 2006 dated 4/8/2012, which is reflected in the office memorandum dated 13/7/2015 issued by the government of Nagaland Personnel and Administrative Reforms Department within bracket pension cell on 35/20/23 without fail. Listed on 35/20/23. Okay, ma'am, let's see that memorandum also.
yes, your lordship. I'm okay.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes,
Your lordship, here I have sought for some clarification.
okay,
So kindly let the matter come up after 2 weeks.
okay. You have filed your affidavit,
Yes, your lordship. I have already filed my affidavit.
okay? MS AIME, the learned government advocate. 6 for 2 weeks' time. To get some clarifications on the case. Prayer is allowed, stop. The same is not objected to by Mr. Inti Longchar, the learned counsel for the petitioner. Listed after 2 weeks.
Much like.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Longcomer, what is this?
My lord, the petitioner is a retired government servant, retired as functional manager way back in 2011. But till date, his pension has not been processed. The petitioner is before this honorable court for this is the third round of litigation, my lord. Earlier,
And why his pension is not paid?
My lord,
What is the ground for not paying his pension?
the respondents are saying that the petitioners overstayed in service. And when-
Overstay in service.
Yes. However, and then
What is the duration of overstay?
1 year and 9 months.
If that is true, then you have a lot to repay to the government.
My lord, the petitioners, but that was after his retirement, my lord. And my lord, in the first writ petition. that
That's
is-
all right after his retirement,
Yes.
but functional manager, you are a grade 1 officer.
Yes, my lord. But that was not on the fault of the petitioner, my lord.
That's all right. That's all
Yes.
right. That's not on your. That's
My lord,
not
but
your fault.
what I've been told by my learned friend
But
that,
you are not some illiterate 4th grade appointee that you will not know about
Yes,
the
ma'am.
date of your retirement.
my lord, but my brain is very limited. I just want my pension to be processed. And then what I've been told by my learned friend is that the department is about to process, but just waiting for the direction from the court. So direction. will be-
Why, Ms. Ayemi, why you want to let the court discharge your functions?
No, your lordship.
If you are willing to give.
The PNR had condoned for his overstayed, but the cabinet had denied
Rejected.
yes, your lordship, that is the case. And more, more.
So,
your
but,
lordship, this
but
is a-
actually see, he is entitled to pension.
Yes, your lordship.
He is entitled to pension. And if his deduction is not considered, you can deduct it from the pension.
Yes, your
Well,
lordship.
what-
but
what
here
is the
AG
problem?
Your lordship, here AG has not been made a party. This is a pension matter and the AG office is not made a party. From the
No, it
department
is yet
side,
to be
whatever has to be done has
processed.
been done, your
Pardon?
lordship.
It is yet to be processed. How I can make the AG party when it is not placed before?
You have not processed his pension papers?
No, your lordship.
Actually.
It has been processed. That's why the query, the clarification objections, the AG raised, the office of the AG, they raised the objection.
What
And-
objection?
Clarifications were sought, your lordship, stating that excess amount has been withdrawn by the petitioner. So later on, inquiry committee was also set up to look into this matter, and it was found that he had overstayed his service. So after all these.
So you plead AG? If actually the
Yes, your
matter has
lordship.
gone to AG and AG has raised some objection, definitely you should implead the AG. Okay,
In that case, my lord, I'm able to implement the AG. my lord.
yes, you file necessary application, okay? MSN, Mr. N. Longkumar, the learned counsel for the petitioner, submits that he may be allowed to file necessary application impleading the accountant general, the office of the accountant general. Prayer is allowed, listed after 2 weeks.
Hello.
Yes.
My pleasure, Lordship.
Yes.
Lordship, my affidavit is ready and I'm waiting for signature. So Lordship.
Are
I
you
kindly-
sure your affidavit is ready?
Lordship,
Are you sure? Affidavit is ready?
yes.
You have sent
I'm
for
waiting
vetting?
signature.
Send for waiting. You have sent for waiting.
Yes, Lordship. So Lordship, I kindly grant some time
Okay.
to file my affidavit.
Okay. The learned government advocate is allowed 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state.
I
Respondents.
reply.
Who is for the government? Any government?
Yes.
Yes, Mr. Moa, you have not filed your affidavit.
No.
Okay, we give time. Okay. Whether you are in this case, Mr. Moa. You are in this case,
Yes, I'm in this case.
Yes.
I'm representing the state chief secretary only. not-
Chief Secretary.
Because my friend, Mr. N. Mojoy, is
Oh.
representing the medical department. This relates to medical department.
Okay. Where's Mr. Mozui? He.
Lordship, 3 weeks may be allowed the status.
Okay. Mr. Moyamchan, the learned senior government advocate, seeks for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state respondents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Lordship, there is an interim.
The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date, okay?
Same order. Your lordship, this should be same order. Same case. They're challenging the same notification.
This is item 292. 292. Yes, Mr. City. You are in this case?
Yes, Lord.
Okay, okay. So you are not interested?
My chair is,
Okay, okay. I thought, since I found your name, I thought I'll call you out. Yes, yes. So what is the prayer?
I haven't received the affidavit yet.
Oh,
Yes,
Mr.
please set-
Moi.
Lordship.
Okay. Same prayer.
Yes. Interim.
Mr. Moi Imchin, the learned senior government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit in opposition on behalf of the state opponents. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks. Any interim?
Yes, Lordship.
Stop. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date.
Publish.
May I please, your lordship?
Yes, please.
Lordship, I'm for respondent number 11, 15, and 23.
Yes.
Lordship, here we are yet to file in Bagalat number. And your
File,
lordship,
then file.
lordship, your lordship may be gracious enough to grant us 4 weeks' time. As your lordship,
You are
we have
You are for
respondent 11, 15, and 23.
11, 15,
23,
20.
23.
What about the others?
I'm for the state and I need to receive instructions. So Lordship, we can in 3 weeks' time.
Yes, state, okay. What about others? You are for 1 to 3, state. Whether notice has been issued,
Yes.
whether you have filed affidavit,
Oh, yes.
affidavit,
Yes. yes,
stating
Lordship.
service of notice.
Yes.
Where is your affidavit? Let's see that please. And where is the order? Where is the order allowing you to serve notice? Where is that order? Stuck up. Yes, the respondent number 2 shall stand stuck off 22. 22 is stuck up, no?
Yes, yes, Lordship.
22 is stuck up, okay. 22 is stuck up, okay. 22 is stuck up, but by which order you were directed to serve notice? Let us see. Issue notice, yes. Learned counsel.
16, 12.
Publication in the paper,
Yes, Lordship.
13, 4 to 34.
Yes,
4 to 34.
yes, Lordship.
Have you published?
Yes, Lordship.
Where is your affidavit? Let's see.
So already filed, Lordship.
Affidavit file. Affidavit regarding service of notice. Okay, okay. Just, that MS so and so.
Your Lordship, there's an interim.
Just wait. I'm recording.
Okay.
That MS so and so. The learned counsel for the petitioner. And MS Pichano, the learned government advocate for the state respondent number 1, 2, and 3. Stop. Also heard Mr. So-and-so, the learned counsel for the respondent number 11, 15, 23.
Your lordship, we haven't received the writ petition, the copy of the writ petition.
Will direct him. The petitioner shall serve. You have received, no? Shall serve the requisite copies of the writ petition to the learned counsel for the respondent number 11, 15, 23, when
Within 3 days.
within a period of 3 days from today. Stop. By the order dated 16/12/2022. The petitioner was directed to take steps for service of notice on respondent number 4 to 34 by publishing the same in 2 local newspapers having wide circulation in the state of Nagaland for 1 day, showing the returnable date as 31/1/2023. Stop. The petitioner was also directed to file an affidavit to that effect. In terms of the order dated 16/12/2022, the petitioner has published the notice in the newspaper and has filed affidavit to that effect. The notice upon respondent number 4 to 34 shall be deemed served. Ms. Pichano, you have filed your affidavit?
Not yet, no,
Not-
Lordship. The state
The-
is yet to receive instruction.
Okay, the learned counsel for the state, as well as the learned counsel for the respondent number 11, 15, and 23, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file their affidavit in opposition. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks. Stop. The interim order passed earlier shall continue till the next returnable date. Okay?
Much obliged.
Yeah, please, your lordship.
Yes.
Lord, 3 weeks will be granted to me for filing counter.
Okay. Okay. Miss Livika, the learned government advocate, 6 for 3 weeks' time to file affidavit on behalf of the state respondents. Stop. Prayer is allowed, listed after 3 weeks.
Much obliged. May I please, your lordship?
Yes.
Lordship, today this matter is listed for consideration of interim, your lordship. And I was asked to seek instructions, your lordship. However, today I have just the oral instructions, so kindly let this matter be listed on Thursday, your lordship, so that I can produce the documents, your lordship.
You file your affidavit also?
I'll be filing, but for the interim, your lordship.
Yes.
For
So interim,
consider-
you file affidavit? You want to file an objection?
No, your lordship, this is for interim consideration on the last occasion.
Oh, interim consideration.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
your lordship. On the last occasion, the court asked
So what
director
is your prayer today?
to be listed on Thursday so that I can produce the documents, your lordship. Today I just have the
Okay.
oral instructions.
MS in
May it please your lordship. My lord, on the last date, I was allowed to put forth my prayer in regard to the interim prayer. And after the matter was heard at length, in spite of the complete disregard for the judgment and order dated 23/8/2022, whereby the state respondents had been in unequivocal, unambiguous language directed the state government to consider my regularization, my lord, and my lord, this judgment and order was.
What was the order? To consider your regularization?
Yes, my lord.
Whether the word consider is mandatory or not?
My lord,
Whether the word consider by this court should be taken as a mandatory order?
my lord, yes, it is not, my lord. However, my lord,
Heard Mr. Inahuli, MS Inahuli, the learned government advocate, who seeks for a week's time to obtain necessary instructions. Prayer is allowed, listed after a week for hearing on the interim. Okay.
For orders from the supplementary list, I can bring 4, 5, and 6, and 7.
Yes, yesterday this was listed.
I'm sorry, Lordship,
No,
yesterday.
yesterday
I
this was listed.
Stuck up
and,
with court number 3.
Yesterday, what was my confusion? I was having some confusion, so. Where is Mr. V. Jamomi? He is the, yes.
Yes, your lordship, he's engaged before court number 3.
It appears.
there are 4 writ petitions decked together.
No,
The first 2 writ petitions have been filed by me, and the other 2 has been filed by one Chuba Onan. And during the pendency of these writ petitions, much water has been flown under the bridge
correct.
of Brahmaputra.
Ah,
Now, an SLP was filed in the
Yes.
ethics court, and by an order dated 15 September 2016, this honorable court has passed an order directing that the matter should be taken up after the disposal of the SLP pending in the ethics court.
ah.
And SLP appears to have been dismissed sometime in 2020.
See, that is the issue. I will take you to that. Mr. City,
I think different question.
Mr. City,
Can be.
the office note also records that Honorable Supreme Court order dated 6/3/2020, the aforesaid mentioned SLP were dismissed for non-prosecution. Correct?
Lordship,
6/6. Do you have the last order passed by the Supreme Court?
I do not have that order, but along with the order dated 6/3/2020, it is already mentioned that it is dismissed for non-prosecution. That is on 6/3/2020, because
See, I will just allow you to read one order. 6/3/1990. The last chance was given to the learned counsel for the petitioner to cure the defects.
yes,
Would you just have a look at this? Or you have a copy, the complete order?
no, I have only 6/3/2020.
So by this, the SLP has not been dismissed.
Yes.
So what are we supposed to do with this now?
But looking at the status of the case, Lordship will find that dismiss one of prosecution.
You are reading the order dated 6/3/2020.
Yes,
Here, actually, the copy here does not show that it is
Yes.
dismissed. Failing which, there is no dismissal order.
but besides this, there is no order, but status demonstrates that the
No,
case,
in the CIS, the CIS status shows it is dismissed,
yes,
but actually it is not as per this order.
we are unable to get any order.
So what is the best way out?
That is 6/3/2020. To a regular basis from the Lahore. We will try to find out also.
Yes, I think that will, if you can kindly give some efforts to trace out whether actually any final order has been passed
Yes,
in this SLP. Okay,
Lordship.
that is why this was listed today. Because I think I was of the view that I'll get more clarification from you.
And besides two respondents, respondent number 8 and 10,
In which case?
in the first case, that is WPC number 57 of 73 of 2012.
13.
Yes, all of them have retired, except 2 persons left. So far as I'm concerned, the first 2 writ petitions, I'm not pressing because he's also retired last October.
And you were the
So-
petitioner there.
Yes, so far as I'm concerned, the writ petition has become infractious. And
This
in,
59 or 57.
73 and 57,
Okay.
I'm the petitioner.
And
So
which,
I'm already retired
uh,
since this is a seniority dispute.
okay.
So
okay,
the matter has become infractious.
Okay.
Secondly, the WPC number 105 of 2013,
Uh,
there I have been added as respondent number 5. there also, since I am already retired, they will have no grievance. And this writ petitioner is still working. He is in the rank of additional director, I believe.
This,
Chief owner.
in 105. In 105,
Yes,
he's still working
yes.
and you are for the petitioner
No, I'm the respondent number 5 in this case, 105.
for 105.
And in 65 of 2018, I do not have the records. My name is also not reflected in the cost list. Whether I am one of the respondents or not,
Just-
but in any case,
Just see once,
I have been retired.
just see one.
In 65, I'm not a party.
You are another party.
Yes, it was filed in 2018.
Yes, Mr. Bijmomi,
Lordship,
these are very old cases.
yes, Lordship,
Your name is reflected.
yes, maybe on the last occasion, since
In
no one
one case,
appeared.
your name is reflected.
Yes, but however, Lordship, I don't have the file with me, Lordship.
Who is
So-
having the file now?
Lordship, that I'm not aware, Lordship,
Is
since
it
on
the
the last
transport
occasion, no one appeared. Because of that, maybe I have inter-appearance, Lordship,
This is not the transferred case also.
Yes.
Lordship. Lordship, in that view of the matter, Lordship, let it come after a week so that we will try to sort out who is handling this instant.
And
That is true.
our senior advocate has stated that actually some writ petitions have become infructuous.
Oh, Lordship.
So just see that also.
Lordship.
Why
Lordship.
keep the matter pending
Yes,
when
Lordship.
it will serve no purpose?
Yes, Lordship, Lordship,
Okay.
Lordship.
At least the writ petitions filed by me
Ah,
has become infructuous. I'm the petitioner. I'm already retired. So these two cases may be closed.
next date.
Okay.
Next date. Let you.
Meantime, I'll also make an endeavor to find out.
Please. We will not actually give any observation, but you
Lordship.
kindly.
Yes.
On the prayer of Mr. Bijmomi, the learned government advocate leaves the case after a week.
Lordship,
Okay?
Lordship. I love that.
Yes. So you come with a proper this thing
Lordship,
as to who is handling the case?
Lordship.
Because I think some writ petitions as submitted by the Learned Senior Council is has become infructuous.
Lordship,
Okay?
Lordship.
Any more? Yes.
Obliged.
For hearing, item number 22, WBC 62, K 27.
Yes, what is this matter about?
Yeah, please, your lordship.
What is
I-
this matter? Give me the gist.
Your lordship, my Leonard friend has filed her affidavit as per the direction of this honorable court,
Okay.
stating that I'm the employee of the medical department. So there was a confusion between my parent. So,
As to which department you belongs.
yes, yes.
Yes.
So, my lord, my prayer is that before going to the fact of the case, I'm about to reach 30 years as per the office memorandum dated 17/3/2015, if my case is considered, because on September, I'll be completing 30 years. So my prayer
So-
is just to consider, yes.
Because
by
actually, unless and until you reach 30 years, this
Yes.
court cannot give a direction to consider your case in terms of that office.
Yes,
memorandum.
your lordships.
So there is no dispute that you are an employee of the medical department.
Because I was not aware.
But there is
Actually, I
no
was
dis-
under medical engineering division. If I,
you have filed your affidavit
Yes, your lordship.
stating that the
Yes.
petitioner is an employee of the medical department.
Yes, your lordship.
So, what remains now? Your regularization
yes, your
under the
lordship.
scheme.
Yes,
You wait for some time.
yes, your lordship.
At least, I think you should allow your client, this petitioner to reach 30 years.
Yes, your lordship.
Because without that, we cannot give any direction
Yes, your
to
lordship.
consider your case under the scheme.
My lord.
Okay. On the prayer of the learned counsel for the petitioner. Listed after 3 weeks.
Oblige, your lordship.
Okay.